Good morning, everyone. My name is TJ, and for 2021 Strong this morning, you will need a lighter pair of dumbbells and a heavier pair of dumbbells, hopefully something close enough in weight to each other, just in case you need to drop down. And so let's get started. So I'm going to start my timer. Oops. Excellent. All right. So the first one that we are going to do, just to kind of warm up the legs before we get into the leg aspect, is you're just going to hug the knee or bring the knee up into the chest. And then you're just going to bring the other one. So just alternating back and forth requires a little bit of balance. If you need to hang on to a chair or something that has height to it, just so that you don't fall over like I almost did. Good job. Nice. All right, so now let's get the back of the leg. And so it's just extending one, but keeping the other foot on the ground. And so just kind of slowly going down and then moving up, slowly moving down, keeping a flat back, moving up, slowly moving down. We're going to do this one 2 more times and then we'll switch legs. So my hands are just kind of following the front of my leg, keeping my back flat and feeling that pull in the back of the leg. All right, so we're going to switch. So my right heel is on the floor, but my left foot is still on the ground. Sliding my hands, pushing my hip back so I feel that pull on the back of the leg. Just gauge how it feels to you. You don't want too much of a pull, but you definitely want it to be at least enough of a stretch. So 2 more. Nice job. Okay. All right. Awesome. So let's get started on the first one that we are going to do. So you're going to grab one of your weights, just one dumbbell if you got it. Otherwise, you could grab a soup can. So I'm going to hold the weight close to my heart, and my feet are going to be a little wider than my shoulders. I'll turn to the side so you can see what it looks like. So we're going to goblet squat. And so just pushing the hip back and pretty much to where it's like elbows, then just kind of naturally touch knees if you are pushing your hip back far enough to do so and to keep that upper body right. Hopefully you have gone. If you have not, go. So we'll do this for 30 seconds. And then we're going to change exercises, but still keeping it with the legs. And again, only squat down as far as what is comfortable to you. 3, 2, 1. All right, so we're gonna move it down onto the floor, still with your dumbbell in hand. I want your feet placed far away from the body. And then I want you to put that dumbbell right on the crook of your hip or where that bend is. And I want you to press. So move that hip straight up and down. And feeling it in the back of the leg. And maybe feeling it a little bit through the glutes, through the low back. Great job. So pushing, so very low impact. You shouldn't really be feeling it through the knees at all. You might feel it through the top of the leg from just pushing. 3, 2, 1. All right, so we're going to lose the dumbbell and we're going to move into our core exercise. All right. So hands are going to go behind head and then your feet are flat on the floor, but your legs are bent. And we're going to step left leg in, and the right elbow is going to come in as well. And then back down, back up, back down, back up and back down. So keep that going. 3, 2, 1, go if you have it. So bracing the core, keeping the elbow or keeping the chin out of your chest. The elbow doesn't necessarily have to touch the knee, but you definitely want to make sure that it comes across the body. Great job. Keep breathing. Again, chin out of chest. Imagining there is a ball. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, so get up slowly. So we're going to go into round 2. All right, so grab your dumbbell. So if you now want to use your heavier dumbbell, you could use your heavier dumbbell. So still doing the squats. So hold that weight close to you. And then remember, sit back. 3, 2, 1, go. Great job. So keeping the core tight, keeping the belly button drawn in towards the spine. Nice. So it's still pushing that hip back. And again, the elbows will just kind of naturally touch the knee or get close to the knee if you are moving straight up and down. Nice job. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. All right, move it to the floor. So still with your heavy dumbbell or whatever it is you have. So we're going to place it in the bend of your hip, and feet are flat on the floor, but legs are bent. And remember, we're pressing. 3, 2, 1, go. Now, if you want it to be a little harder, move your feet together and your knees together while you're pressing. It just creates a little more instability, just because instead of feet wide, you've now moved the feet to touching towards 1 point versus 2. So you might feel a little wobbly or a little shaky, but try to push equally through both feet. Nice job. Keep pressing. So feeling it in the back of the leg. 3, 2, 1. All right, so move that dumbbell out of the way. All right, so feet still flat on the floor. And remember, opposite elbow to opposite knee. All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Excellent job. So like I've said twice before, just in case you forgot, to keep the chin away from your chest, and the elbow and the knee are moving diagonally, or that the elbow and the knee should diagonally be from each other. So right elbow, left knee. Nice job. Keeping that core tight. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, stand up. All right, so we're gonna do one more round, and then we're going to move on to the next one. So same thing, grab your dumbbell and hold it like you would kind of imagine like a kind of almost like a wine glass. At least that's how I describe it to people. All right, so feet shoulder width apart, goblet squat, 3, 2, 1, go. Good job. Again, just gauging what feels comfortable to you when you're squatting. So if it's halfway, fine. If you're able to go a little deeper, as long as you're pushing equally through both feet, feeling it in both legs. Great job. So this is the last round for leg stuff before we move on. 3, 2, 1. Move it to the floor. All right, so hip press. So grab that same dumbbell. Put it on your hip. 3, 2, 1, go. And again, if you want it to be challenging, move the feet and the knees closer to each other and push. And feeling that through the back of the leg. Great job, everyone. So we've got one last core exercise coming up, and then we'll get a drink of water, and then we'll move on. 3, 2, 1. All right, move that dumbbell out of the way. And now moving on to the core. So remember, right elbow, left knee, left elbow to right knee. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice job. Make sure you're breathing. One step closer to that drink of water, and then we'll move on to the next part of our body. Three, 2, 1. All right, slowly get up and grab a drink of water. If you have your water bottle close by. Excellent. All right. So let's move on to the next one. Okay. So working the chest and the back as part of the next group. So grab your lighter dumbbells and we're going to do a pyramid fly. So standing feet shoulder width apart. My hands have my dumbbells, but my hands are facing away. Wide base, bring it up to where it makes a point at the top and then back down. So imagine like a triangle, all right? So 3, 2, 1, raise it up. So horizontal or parallel to the floor, back down, back up, down. Excellent. So this is for the chest. And then I'll tell you what we're doing for our back. So squeezing through the chest at the top, then back down, Try not to swing. So try not to use momentum to get that weight up. If you have a lighter dumbbell and you need to use like a lighter dumbbell or a can, you could do so. 3, 2, 1. All right. So next one. So very similar to rows, but a little different. Imagine like you're skiing. So I'm going to have you bent over at the hip, but you're going to keep your core tight. My hands are straight down, and I'm going to move it back. All right. So just the movement is happening from the shoulder, but I squeeze between my shoulder blades right here and then back down. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. So straight arm, moving from the shoulder, just straight back, squeezing between the shoulder blades at the top, back down. And just remember, you have to keep that core engaged as you're doing it. Great job. So the next core exercise we will do is a bridge, which is for the low back. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Put those dumbbells down, move it back to the floor. All right, so with your bridge, very similar to the hip press, except for this time your heels are as close to your backside as you can get it. And so feet apart, knees apart. Same motion of pressing the hip up in the air, but squeezing through the glutes so you feel it through the low back. 3, 2, 1, go. So pressing, squeeze through your glutes or through your butt. If you feel like it's too easy, move the feet and the knees closer together to where they're touching. And still doing that same motion. So really press that hip up. Nice job. So squeezing through the glutes. 3, 2, 1. All right, slowly stand up. All right, so grab your dumbbells again. Whatever you've got, even if they're soup cans. All right, so pyramid fly. So remember, triangle, wide base at the bottom to that point at the top. 3, 2, 1, go. Great job. So remember to squeeze or feel it through the chest here at the top. Excellent. Keep going. Nice job. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. All right. So now moving on to the back one. So remember the one that kind of has like a ski motion with the poles. All right. So bend at the hip, arms are straight, and moving it straight back and squeezing between the shoulder blades. 3, 2, 1, go. Excellent. Keep moving. So remember, push those arms straight back. Squeeze between the shoulder blade. Still keeping that belly button drawn towards the spine to help keep your core tight or activated or turned on. Just remember that form is key. 3, 2, 1. All right, move it to the floor. All right, so remember the bridge. So heels close to your backside and feet together, knees together if you choose. If you're looking for a challenge, if you want, you could also put that weight back on your hip again and still pressing up. 3, 2, 1, go. Excellent. Again, make sure that you're pushing equally through both feet, not feeling too wobbly. If you feel really unsteady, especially with your feet together and your knees are touching, take your hands and kind of move them out to your side, just to kind of help stabilize yourself. Just don't forget to squeeze through your glutes at the top so you feel it through the low back. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, stand up slowly. All right, so last and final round. All right, so grab those dumbbells. All right, so last one for the chest. 3, 2, 1, go. So this is the last round right here. And then we're going to move on to the next aspect of that workout. So if you haven't caught on, it's where we're doing like a front part, and then we're doing the opposite side of the body. So in this case today, we're doing the chest right now, and then we do the back after. So still doing that triangle shape with your arms. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. All right. So bend from the hip and then moving it straight back. Just remember to squeeze between your shoulder blades and try not to swing the arms like so. Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. So still squeezing between the shoulders. Make sure we're breathing. Great job. Almost there. We've got that one last core exercise. 3, 2, 1. All right, move it to the floor. One last time. All right, so heels close to your backside, feet together, knees together if you choose. 3, 2, 1, go. Just remember, if you're looking for an extra challenge, you could put that weight across that bend in your hip while you're still pressing that hip straight up in the air. Nice job. Nice job. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. All right. So get a drink of water really quick. And we'll move on to the next one. All right. So for the last and final round, which, like I told you, we were going kind of front side and then back side of a body part. Well, the next part is going to be the arms. All right, so still taking your dumbbells. We're now going to lie down. Arms are going to be straight up in the air. You're going to bend from your elbow, bringing that dumbbell towards your face, and then straighten the arm at the top. Now, if the weight that you have is a little too much, what you could do is move to one dumbbell and just grab the ends and do the same motion. All right. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So bend the elbow to 90 degrees and then straighten the arm at the top. 90, straight, 90, straight arm. Keep going. So feeling this in the back of the arm. Excellent job. So working the back of the triceps. So whether you're doing 2 dumbbells or 1, just make sure if you're doing 1 that both arms are feeling it. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right. So with this next one, not necessarily standing, but we'll kneel just so we're not traveling between standing and lying down. All right. So we're going to go bicep curl. So grab your dumbbells, hands are facing out, and you're going to curl up and then back down and then back up like so. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. So elbows by your side and squeezing through the bicep at the top and then back down, back up. Nice job. So if you don't have the option of dumbbells, like I said, you could always use soup cans or a can, a smaller can, an average size, that typically would be roughly a ½ pound. And then a larger one would be a full pound, something that's like 16 ounces. 3, 2, 1. Of course, when you start getting into the bigger ones like the jugs, hopefully you have a handle that you could use. Makes it doable. All right. Sorry. So we're going to lie back down on the ground. We don't need our dumbbells just yet. I got to talking and got lost in translation. All right. So we're going to do just a regular crunch. So hands behind the head, keep the chin away from the chest. Ready? 3, 2, 1. So crunching up, chin away from the chest, moving to where the shoulder blades or the shoulders are just leaving the ground. Now, if you want to feel a little bit more in the sense of your core, if you take your hip and you kind of tilt it a little bit up off the ground and still do that crunching motion, feel it more so just because the core is always in a flex. Great job. So make sure you're breathing. So breathe out on the way up, breathe in on the way down. Nice job. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, so let's move on to round 2. Ready? So with the tricep, whether it's 1 dumbbell or 2, 3, 2, 1, go. So remember, straight arm, 90 degrees, straight arm, 90 degrees. So having those elbows by, pretty much where they're parallel to each other, pointing straight up in the air. Great job. Feeling it through the back of the arm. Nice job. Three, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, so move to kneeling. All right, 3, 2, 1. So bicep curl. So elbows by your side. Might just be slightly over on time. We will see how that goes. We could do it though. We can make it through the next one. We'll just bang it out. So one right after the other. Nice job. Almost there. Just remember, bend from the elbow. Feel it through the front of the arm. 3, 2, 1. All right, move it to the floor. All right, regular crunch. So remember, if you want to kind of tilt your pelvic bone up towards you, just to kind of turn on the core more. 3, 2, 1, go. Keep going. Great job. Since we got such a late start, we'll finish with the last round, but we'll do the first 2 exercises and then we'll stretch. 3, 2, 1. So grab your dumbbells. Still lying down on the floor. Hands straight or arms straight up in the air. Bend at 90 degrees. 3, 2, 1, go. Great job. Light at the end of the tunnel. Remember, after this one, we have one more. And we'll quickly stretch. Nice job. So remember to straighten the arms at the top. If you start to get tired, you might stop to maybe right here and then keep bending the elbow. You may not feel it as much. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right. So back to kneeling. All right. One last bicep curl. 3, 2, 1. Go. So keep those elbows by your side. Make sure we're breathing. So the kneeling aspect between transitioning from one exercise to the next is especially nice, just so you don't have to keep getting up and down off the floor. taking more time, or if you tend to get dizzy easily, it's just easier just to go from lying down to kneeling versus lying down to standing up. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right. So a hand in front of the body, pulling gently on the palm. And then move it to the other side. So a hand grabbing, or the hand grabbing the palm, stretching through the biceps and through the forearm, or the lower half of your arm. All right, hand flat on your back. And just kind of pulling the elbow gently towards the head. Other side. All right, reach over. So one hand still kneeling. So one hand is kind of on the ground and just reaching and feeling the stretch underneath your shoulder into the obliques. Other side. Nice job. All right. Nice job, everyone. All right, so for today's classes that are coming up this afternoon or around the noon time, join Caitlin at 11:20 for low impact, and then join her again for express abs. All right, have a great